Well, this is one for the history books. A brand new AI chatbot that is better than the best version that ChatGPT has right now and is completely free and open source. That's right, you can get a better experience right now on this new chatbot and it's completely free, open source. You don't have to pay anything. It's better than the best paid plans for ChatGPT. This is a company called Deepseek, and it's been making headlines because of the fact that it's free. It costs a fraction of the cost that it took to make the models that currently power ChatGPT, and people are just raving about it. So today, we're going to be going through the platform and showing you just how to use it, what makes it better, other than the fact that it's free, and giving you a complete breakdown on how to use this new platform that you've, I'm sure, been seeing everywhere. So let's jump into it. So this is Deepseek. As you can see, it looks like any other chatbot that you could potentially see out there. Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, all those ones. But the difference is this is completely free and open source. Cost a fraction of what it took all of those other chatbots to actually make. I think it was like $10 million is all it took to build something like this. And that's so impressive because of the fact that this actually performs equal to, if not better than, most of the other chatbots out there. Better than ChatGPT's R1 model, better than the latest Gemini model, better than Claude Sonnet. All of the other chatbots are beneath this chatbot that took only $10 million to build. And this is the reason why you might have been seeing this in headlines everywhere, is that people are concerned for their chatbots when this competitor came out of nowhere and is completely free and open source. So let's go and see exactly how it performs. As you can see here, it says, "Hi, I'm Deepseek. How can I help you today?" It has everything that you would expect to see with any of these other chatbots. There's a few buttons on the side here. One that says DeepThink R1, which is the latest and greatest model, which we can enable to solve reasoning problems, and we can turn on the search function to search the web when necessary. So let me ask it a really complex question, like some of the ones I was testing just to see exactly how it performed was can you explain to me in terms that a 5-year-old would understand quantum mechanics? And just like the O1 model from ChatGPT, we can actually see the reasoning behind what's going through the chatbot's, brain, in quotes, before it actually gives us the answer. And then we get this answer, which explains quantum mechanics in 5-year-old terms. So that's pretty cool. And then I also put on, what are the latest stock trends? And then again, this was with the search function turned on. We could see what it was actually thinking. And then it went and actually pulled a whole bunch of sources from the internet. As you can see here, it found 32 results and then linked them at the bottom so that we could actually see, what exactly are the latest stock trends and where should we invest? I mean, in this case, having a tool like this, if you were paying $30 a month, like the premium ChatGPT subscription that I pay for, that'd be pretty cool. But if you could get this at this level for free, that's the difference. The difference in why so many people are freaking out. Because if people have been spending billions of dollars to get this technology, and this company has come out of the blue and suddenly introduced something that's free, and it's completely open source so that people can, modify it and things like that, that is going to massively shake up the AI industry. And honestly, it's going to make the people who have been investing so much into AI question why it took billions of dollars to get to an equal, if not worse level, when these guys put $10 million in and got something better. But let's actually do a chat. In fact, if I can't think of a deep reasoning question to ask, I'll turn off DeepThink and I'll say, I need a question worthy for DeepThink R1, like paradox or logic question. So we can get the question that we can actually ask the chatbot. So let's see. So this is not the O1 model. So this would be comparable to like the ChatGPT 4.0 model. So we have the bootstrap paradox. So yeah, I love this. Love the bootstrap paradox. So let's make a new chat here and we'll turn on DeepThink and we'll put on the bootstrap paradox. Okay, so as we can see here, just like O1, we have the behind the scenes of what it's actually thinking. And as you can see, it's doing it very fast. I mean, a lot of other AI chatbots have to take time to think behind the scenes, but in this case, we can see in real time it thinking before it actually gives us the answer. We can see exactly what's going through the DeepThink AI's neural network to actually get the response that we're about to see. Wow. Yeah, it's going through the whole bootstrap paradox, and we can see that it's really going deep into it, no pun intended. So DeepThink R1 might conclude that in such a causal loop, the concept of the original authorship doesn't apply because the works have no point of origin. They exist in a self-consistent loop where Shakespeare both receives and publishes them. And then boom, here we go. We have our response. DeepThink would approach the Shakespearean time travel paradox by analyzing it through the lens of causal loops and ontological paradoxes. So we have the breakdown of the paradox, the authorship of the loop, the ontological paradox perspective, temporal models, all of these things. And then I could say, explain this in depth that a scholar in the field would understand. So perhaps that answer is very simple for people who don't really understand what the bootstrap paradox is and explaining things simply. But now we're going to ask it to explain it in even more depth. What I want to do here is push this model to its limit. Give it the best answer that it could possibly give. Okay, so this is going to be really complicated, which is cool because things that are free and open source but are really complicated excite me because it means that innovation is happening in subcapacity. So we're seeing here the entirety of the bootstrap paradox laid out at a scholar's level, and we have all of the thoughts behind the scenes of what it actually takes to get that answer, and boom, there we go. We have the entirety of the answer that explains the bootstrap paradox with sources to back it up and a conclusion just in a few simple seconds. And there we go. Boom. We have our sources. DeepThink is not only able to outperform ChatGPT, but it's able to do it in a fraction of the time. Something else cool about DeepThink is the fact that they already have an app out, and as of today, it has officially surpassed ChatGPT as the #1 free app on the App Store, which is absolutely mind-blowing to somebody like me, who's been using ChatGPT as a fairly regular user. Well, I say fairly regular, but I've been using it pretty much every day for both personal, work, recreation, etc. I use it to look up recipes. I use it to help me with code. I use it to help me come up with fun YouTube titles. These are the things that make these chatbots so exciting. And now we have a new one, a new contender that actually manages to outperform the best. And it's made in less than $10 million. That's crazy. Not only is it good with text-based processing, but it also extracts data from images and videos and files. So as we can see, I've just attached an image here, and that image is basically, if it loads, it's an image from the Amazon Nova reveal. Oh, it's just taking a while to load. There we go. The Amazon Nova reveal. And I'm just basically asking, explain what's happening here. And we're going to see exactly what it says. So we're going to put the image on here, and it's going to try and figure out what is happening. It's able to identify Amazon Nova from there, and then we can see speech-to-speech, so it's understanding that text. It's able to read the text directly off of the image. It's now trying to figure out the context of what this is. And so now it's figured out, this is without access to the internet, that this is likely a code name for a new Amazon initiative or product, and then speech-to-speech likely refers to real voice-time transformation or translation technology. The strategic context being a competitive edge, competing with Google's real-time translation. It's basically trying to figure it out. Now, if we do the exact same thing and I say, okay, now based on that information, search the web. So now what I want it to do is I want it to take the information that it just understood from the image, and I want it to actually go and search the web. Figure out exactly what the context behind this image is now that it's kind of just on the offline setting, attempted to figure it out on its own. One thing that I will say from my experience using it though is because this chatbot is free, open source, and better than every other AI chatbot on the market out there right now, it is very busy. And some of the times that I've been trying to search for things on the web, I specifically have not been able to get results. It's kind of hit or miss, 50-50. Sometimes I get the answers, and sometimes it just cuts and stops responding, and I can either hit continue or reload, and then it does it again, but then it just doesn't actually give me a response. But it's, again, 50-50. Now, despite the fact that I can't actually use the search function right now because it's so overloaded, and they do have a banner on their webpage explaining the fact that there was some DDoS attacks, things like that, where people were trying to shut down the website, despite the fact that there are some issues right now, I can still use the DeepThink R1 model, which is better than ChatGPT's O1 or Claude Sonnet, and it works flawlessly. I'm able to talk to it as I would to the other chatbots. It's fast, it's effective, it gives me clean, succinct answers. The coding is perfect, the context questions are perfect, the situational questions, logic puzzles, etc. Everything that I talk to it on would be better or equal to what I would typically get on the other chatbots. So with that being said, be sure to go and try it out for yourself. DeepThink is already on the map for having the best AI chatbot built on a fraction of the cost. And the fact that it's free and open source means that people can tinker with it, they can improve it, they can expand upon it, they can build their own modules. And given the fact that the tech companies in the industry have clearly been shaken up by this release, I'm very excited and optimistic, to say the least, of where the direction of having this be in the market is going to lead us to. Is it going to lead to cheaper chatbots? I mean, this is free and better than every other AI chatbot out there. So is this just going to mean that AI is going to become publicly available to people? Who really knows? Try it out for yourself and let me know down in the comments below what you think. As always, my name is Josh Mountain, and I hope to see you in the next one.